fucking joke. What a fucking joke, man. I mean, it's a fucking joke. You know, what we could do is say, oh, well, offense couldn't put it together there at the end, whatever. Bad play call on the rollout. Doesn't really give a flying fuck, because the bottom line is you just gave up 711 fucking yards and 55 goddamn points. Like, it's atrocious. I see it down there with Vic Nettles. It's atrocious. Heads are going to have to, I'm not going to go there yet. But bottom line, your defense sucked. Pooh, can we actually, this is fine. Quinshon Judkins barely had 33 yards on the fucking year, but tonight had 33 carries for 177 yards and a touchdown. The guy that we said don't let him get fucking loose all goddamn week, Ulysses Bentley, the fourth, sounding like a damn law firm, okay, had 9 carries for 90 yards and a touchdown. Oh, and Jackson Dart had 50. You gave up 317 yards on the ground. Oh, by the way, the guy that can't throw that well, Jackson Dart, went 26 of 39 for 389 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels had to have a 500-yard day and 5 touchdowns for you to remotely be in the fucking game. $500 yards and 5 touchdowns from your quarterback, and you can't win the game. You got out schemed. You got outplayed. You got out coached defensively. Welcome to 2013, a year that, what was the final record there, Pooh? I don't remember. But an offense, even the smallest offense with a pulse, is going to kick your ass. Oh, and by the way, good luck having a plan for Luther Burden next week. Michael Morse, $4.99 super chat. Send in your super chats, man. You want comments read tonight? Send them in. Michael Morse says, defense is complete ass. My grandmother could have scored some of those touchdowns for Ole Miss tonight. We are officially out of playoff contention. It would feel that way. Look, this season's chaotic, but now you're going into halfway through the year, you have 2 losses. Can you get on a little bit of a run? I mean, technically, you're not out of it. Of the West, you're not out of it. But tonight, man, I mean, look, the rest of the season, I go into this saying if Jaden Daniels and the offense doesn't bail you out every week, you could lose because they don't have an answer. You come out and start the game in the first couple of drives. LaTerrence Welsh and Ashton Stamps don't start off too bad. Have a couple pass breakups, but, I mean, guys, you gave up. Look, a quarterback getting hot, right, meaning a quarterback can get hot. Jackson Dart, look, he had the best game of his life. Okay, quarterbacks do that. The simple nature, and I know that you gave up almost 400 yards in the air. I can't excuse that. The thing for me is that Tulane, let me repeat, just hear what I'm saying. Tulane was better up front than you were against Ole Miss. I do not want to hear that Judkins was hurt. I don't want to hear that. Georgia Tech had a better game plan, scheme, and quite honestly, feels like personnel than you did up front tonight. Oh, and by the way, Alabama absolutely kicked Ole Miss's ass in the running game. Completely kicked their ass. David Kerr. This defense sucks so bad. What the fuck? 700 yards. Someone has to go. Nobody can make a freaking tackle. Yeah, man. I mean, you can leave it up for a second, Pooh, because he brought up the 700-yard thing. Can you go to, Pooh, can we go to team stats for just a second? Here it is. All right, 706. 706 yards on the ground and through the air. 10 yards per pass, 6.5 yards per carry. Oh, and by the way, Ole Miss had 11 penalties for 120 yards. But here's the biggest thing. I would love to know, now I did not chart this, I would love to know how many of those 9 and 16s on third down that you gave up tonight were 3rd and 7 plus. 11 for 19. 11 for 19 in conversion downs. You couldn't get off the field. Bro, look at what you did offensively. 637 yards, 414 of it through the air, 223 yards on the ground. Like, I can't you can't make this up. But these type of games, okay, they finished 9-3, okay, or 10-3, okay, shit, I didn't know that. Did lose to Ole Miss, okay. So in a game like this, obviously every single point matters. But what do you want me to do to talk about the offense? You missed a 55-yard field goal. The first play of that drive, Kyron had a drop. That's about it. 3rd down and 12 from the 14-yard line. You're down 7. Crossing routes, 3rd down 12. TD. This is the one that probably pissed me off the most. Fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter, into the third, Quinshad Judkins had 7 rushes on that drive for 20 yards. The only reason that they continued that drive to make it a 2-point game, that was the one that Judkins ran into the end zone and ran over Sage Ryan. You gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 third downs and about 55 yards rushing. Chili Vic says, I've checked out, Blake. My football season is over. I hate to hear that. I'm not going to. That ain't here, man. I'm not going to check out on them. Penn Jones, $9.99 Super Chat, says, our defense is worse than any Pac-12 teams. Well, they actually play a little defense. I mean, the game last night, Oregon State and Utah was 21-7. Now, those teams don't have the personnel that either one of these teams do, though. Thank you, Penn and Chili, for the Super Chats. But I agree. We are old school Big 10, or Big 12. Old school Big 12. Hayes Reeves on YouTube with a $4.99 Super Chat says, 3rd down call was completely horrible. Why limit Daniels on a rollout when our defense couldn't stop a nosebleed? It's a good question. And, man, you needed to go down there and get 7. I mean, you hate to – I agree with you. It's a horrible play call. It's a horrible play call. You can't do that. From a quarterback, guys, going into – let me see if I found this here. Going into the 10th possession, I actually have this here. Going into – at least I think I do. Yeah, here it is. Going into the 10th possession, Jane Daniels was 21. I'm going to share this so y'all can see this. So in the last 9 LSU drives, so going into the 10th possession, Jane Daniels was 21 of 22 for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. At that point, he had already rushed for 93. So, again, had to have a time where he went absolutely perfect for you to remotely be in the ball game. It's fucking unbelievable. I don't understand the play call, right? Like, I can't come out here and defend it. Everybody do us a favor by hitting the like and share too. I see a lot of you on Facebook. Do us a favor, hit the like and share. If you're on YouTube, do us a favor there as well. Hit the like and share. Share to Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. Do us a favor now by hitting the like and share. I don't get it, but I can't come in. I'm not going to come in here. I refuse. Now, we can talk about some things offensively, like Jaden's fumble. Like, you got to get down. That's a possession that you lose in a close game. Like, there are times offensively where shit just went bad. But, guys, everything else, like, that shit's going to happen offensively. The play call, I get it. You don't like it. It is what it is. But I'm not going to come in here with a team that had 670-something yards of total offense, and your quarterback had 500 of it and 5 touchdowns. I'm not going to talk about – like, this entire show, this entire stream is going to be about how the defense fucking sucked. God forbid if you didn't have Jaden Daniels. All the shit people talked with stupid little high school fucking chin straps. Stupid motherfucker. Thaney, hashtag Thaney with a $999 super chat. Thank you so much. Says defense has been trash since the offseason. Yep. They've been really bad. James, I see your super chat here. Danny, I'm coming to you. If you have a comment, we'll try to find it. But there's like 397 comments. Thank you, James, for the super chat. We'll try and find it. Oh, Danny Girl says, what was with the squib kick based on that changed everything? Poor coaching all around tonight. Danny, I actually, thank you for the super chat. I actually don't mind a squib kick because you're kicking the ball off at the 50. I really hate the execution. Like a good squib kick, you could get them well past the sticks in reference to them starting at the 30-yard line. I do agree it was executed horribly because you had an incomplete. But here's the problem with that too, Danny. The 12th drive on the squib kick. This is how they started off. They throw an incompletion. It was the one where Sage Ryan came on the blitz and almost sacked Jackson Dart. Weeks gets a tackle for loss. 3rd and 10. Trey Harris makes a catch just to get in 4th and medium. Like, just to get 4th and medium. And by the way, I begged and pleaded for the Orgeron staff to take the kid, but they were too fucking hard-headed. Oh, well, he's a low 3-star. Who gives a flying shit? 3rd and 10, Trey Harris gets a catch on, your Harris, Denver, and goes for 35 yards. You back him up again for holding. Juggins gets 8 yards. Wade catches a screen pass where literally Zai stops on the play. I guess like he thought he heard a whistle because he was throwing his hands up. Wade goes for 15. Judkins gets 10, no gain, and then Jackson Dart. Judkins goes for 10. You get at the goal line, and then Dart would have the QB sneak for the score. And then you had the offensive possession with the rollout. So, yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, first possession of the game, it was like 14 plays, and they drove it right down your ass. No pause. No lube either. God, so many third and crucials. Ninth possession defensively. Trey Harris has a drop. Judkins goes for 1 and 12. No, he goes for 12, excuse me. Then you get a yard. Then Trey Harris drop. Tight end goes for 15. It was 3rd and 11. LSU has too many players on the field. This is the 9th. This is going into their field goal drive early in the 3rd quarter. By the way, they only had 3 points in the 3rd quarter. Judkins goes for 3. Hero Perkins tracks him down. Broken play where Dart should have been sacked, but he pitches it off to Judkins for 17. And then Zai has a pass breakup, which would force the field goal. I don't know. Hel Mendoza, $5 super chat says, from the squid kick to the 3rd down call, not getting Neighbors or Thomas the ball at the end of the game, everything with the defense, this is on the coaches. Absolutely. I mean, this whole game is, but I'm just not, like I said, we can look, thank you, Hel, for the super chat. We can look at the entire game and say, yeah, these offensive plays, but guys, I mean, like, I can't fucking do it. I just can't fucking do it. Should they have executed better on some of these offensive drives? No question, Hale. No question. I can't deny that. Not getting a guy on the night. What did Brian Thomas Jr.? Didn't he have 3 touchdowns? Not getting him involved, not getting Neighbors involved. I agree. However, 49 fucking points should win you the game. Like, Cody McGee, $9.99 on Facebook says, is Matt House not working, or is it the damn players? It's both. I mean, Matt House isn't out there making tackles either. That's scared to tackle or don't understand the play calling. I think it's all 3 of those. Defense couldn't catch crabs from a $2 hooker. Yeah. Poor tackling, poor execution. You didn't change. Like, guys, you did not change up schematically whatsoever. The one time that I remotely remember that you did, it was the drive where Yates, the 11th drive, when Yates batted down and they went to that, I have it right here. Where is it? We talked about it this week. I drew it up for you. The amoeba package, where you got 2 backers and the A gaps, 2 3-techs and an end and 2 ends. Yates comes on a blitz and knocks it down. You get the stop. Oh, by the way, Brian Thomas Jr. 3 plays later goes down and scores. Here's an interesting stat. Look at this. Let me see if it's in here. Look at this. You want to talk about fucking insane? I'm about to bring it up on screen. For everyone listening on podcast, I'll read it in just a minute. Hold on. I don't know this guy's name. Don't really care to know it. That's probably rude for me. Tom Fornelli from CBS Sports, Cover 3 podcast, says LSU was 95-1 all time when scoring at least 49 points entering tonight's game. They are now 95-2. The previous loss was a 74-72 7 overtime masterpiece that caused the sports to go so stupid on 2-point conversions and ping pong in the match. That team went 10-3 that year too. They also didn't have 2 losses, at least I don't think, this early in the year. Hodge says, since the 499 Super Chat says offensive rhythm was messed up when they subbed Caleb Jackson in and he had that drop. Yeah, but I think that they scored after that too. Yeah, I mean, they had 1, 2, 3. They had 3 drives after that, and they scored on one of them. So, I mean, you had the incomplete to Jackson, no gain, Jaden sack punt. Then you got a 3-and-out on them. Then Brian Thomas Jr. scored, and then you had the squib kick. So, maybe, but maybe. Mac Daddy Donk with a $2 super chat says House has to go 711 yards, bro. I really want to think about that before I call for it. Jake on YouTube says you cannot blame the offense at all for this loss. Clearly, look, this defense needs to wake up. We cannot continue to rely on Jane Daniels and his offense to outscore everybody. I agree. You can't. Hodge with a good super chat here says, I'm dumbfounded by House's lack of adjustments. He was known for that last year. It's true. I don't know what's up there. Thank you, Jake and Hodge, for those super chats. But yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. James Crowder sent the $4.99 earlier. Thank you so much, buddy. Says, what's up with the DC, Matt House? Can't make adjustments or put players to play in their strengths. No, he can't. He's making no adjustments, guys. The couple times he made adjustments, we talked about them. The 3-and-outs on third down where Yates had the bat down. Let me see another maybe just good drive. I don't think you have another. I really, really, really don't think that you have another. No, the one before that, they ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plays. Or 12 plays plus the 2-point. The time before that, no, they gave up a field goal. That was a 13-play drive. I don't see another one. I don't see another one. So you only had one real true stop. Because some of these other ones, they went for it on fourth down and got it. Right before halftime, you forced a 3-and-out and they punted. Time before that, they got a field goal. I don't know. I don't understand. Speaking of personnel, I don't understand where Womack is. I don't understand, why you continue to run Mason out there when you're getting beat like that in the run game. Like, you're going to have to you got to try something. Mason Smith was and not just him, Mekhi Wingo too. Both of your linebackers, all 3 of your linebackers missed tackles, were bad in coverage. You really can't. There are some highlights, like Yates. I thought Whit Weeks played pretty well. Major Burns made a lot of tackles in space, but got burnt 3 times in the first half for touchdowns. So bad coverage. I don't know why Deshaun Womack's not playing. Bruh 337 with a $4.99 super chat says, how much do the quick scores affect our already terrible defense? Well, maybe some. It's a good question. I think it's a really good. It's a good question, but I don't know what you want them to would want them to do. Pooh, can we scroll down if you don't mind. What was the time of possession? I mean, guys, I mean, it's not like they had the ball for 40 minutes. Now, maybe you should have, but you're trading punches with them. I mean, that's as dead even as it can be. And their defense came up with a couple stops late. That's the end of it. Their defense had made the stops there at the end. Trucking with Casper says, this loss is on Brian Kelly to not go forward on fourth down. Our defense is not stopping them. It's absurd. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that we went for it, but maybe once on third down. Yeah, we didn't go for it at all. We didn't go for a fourth down. Thank you, Trucking with Casper. Dixie Normus. I know that there's a lot flying in here. I'm trying to get to as all of them as I can. Dixie Normus says, there it is. Where was Womack? Could have used him in containment on the edge. I agree. I don't know. That's on them with that one. I can't defend that. I can't defend that. Don't know how much. Thank you, Dixie, for that super chat. I don't know. It's a good question, but I don't know. And they're going to, Brian Kelly this week said that, pump your brakes on him, but maybe we need to pump our brakes on everybody else too. Maybe we need to pump our brakes on everybody else too, because look, Yates is better than what you have out there. Tim Lewis says $9.99 or $10. Our defensive execution and adjustments have been so bad. My faith in the defense is getting it fixed during the season is dwindling. Oh, yeah, dude, it's not. I mean, guys, your chances, guys, you can beat Georgia. Like can you get to the SEC championship game? Sure. You're not out of anything, but that Florida State loss kills you from a playoff perspective. It kills you. Maybe for once there's a 2-team. Next year, there's a 12-team playoff. You're still not out of it. But, yeah, man. The goals and aspirations that you had earlier in the year, it looks very difficult. But let me tell you this. While you're hitting the like and share, I might add. I'm going to say this as nicely as I can. I don't give a flying fuck in reference to what you have to do defensively, but you're going to have to go back in the portal. I hear everybody saying, we got to get high school. I get it. You do. And you got to get them developed, get playmaking freshmen. You do. I'm not denying that. However, you're going to have to go back in the portal again. Because you, quite honestly, I don't know if you have anybody on this defense right now that can play. I know that there's dudes out there that are studs, can play really good football. Schematically, maybe they're not in the right positions. I'm with you. I am with you. But you're going to have to go back in the portal. Pooh Bear says, question, with our defense struggling, should we go more ball control rather than scoring up tempo? It's a great question. It's a great question. Maybe. JELFT sends a $4.99 super chat, says, I'd love to be optimistic, but the buried story is that we are losing out on nearly every top recruit. Tells me we are in for a tough 8 more years. Could be. I'm not. Guys, this is not. I'm not there yet. but you're going to have to recruit better. And you're going to have to get in the portal this year and get some shit changing. You're going to have to change some things defensively. And the good thing that we've seen with Brian Kelly over the years is he will make changes. He will fire people. Ross says, why does every game our defense look so clueless trying to figure what the fuck they're supposed to do each play? I don't know. Thank you, Ross, for the super chat. I don't know. Like, I really have no answer there. None whatsoever. Because, I mean, guys, we're talking about some of the lineup things, like getting in the right place. Guys, that's fucking elementary. Like, that is as basic. Getting lined up is as basic as it can be. Then you're just not trying, or you're not communicating well enough, or there's a lot of things, right? Like, there's a lot of shit that you have to just, let's call it what it is, not give a fuck about in reference to not getting lined up. You're not good enough. You're not good enough to just go out there and play defense. You're not. Do you have talent on defensively? Fucking right you do. But when you don't get lined up and make the right reads, we talked about it on Thursday. Here was literally my keys to victory. You ready? Number one, like, can't make this shit up. When you don't tune out in on Thursday, some of you. Number one, stay disciplined. Get lined the fuck up. Guys, I mean, I can try to show you. Look at this. Look at this. Get lined the fuck up. You can't get lined the fuck up. I know, Brian. It is true. Brian Kelly's not lying when he says this, even though this is going to go on deaf ears. Brian Kelly's not fucking lying when he says we have to do the little things better. We bash on him in reference to, oh, well, he keeps the coach speech. It's the little things. It is the fucking little things. But on the flip side of that, you're over making sure that all those little fucking things work. Now, I'm going to make a very stupid statement that a lot of people are going to rip on me for. But here's kind of the truth. You have a guy like Brian Kelly. You pay a guy like Brian Kelly. You pay him. Look, he is an offensive dude with a defensive background, mainly coming up before he went to Cincinnati and started calling offense. Just letting this be known. You got to take over the fucking defense or let Bob Diaco do it. I'm serious as fuck. Because when you have a CEO head coach and one of your areas and your company is struggling, the successful businesses, that CEO, that manager goes in there and gets more hands the fuck on. Now, you're going to hate me for saying this too. The coaches that win national titles do it. The people that don't lose games like this, they fucking do it. I know what the fuck that comment's going to be like. I know the bitching out I'm going to get this week, but I honestly don't give a fuck. Ian Robinson, beginning to make sense on why LSU has lost on some major defensive recruits. Who wants to be coached by these clowns and get paid less money than other programs to suck complete cheeks? Pooh Bear, can I tell you something? So, Pooh Bear, listen. You and I, single-handedly, have got this entire fan base saying Paul's and cheeks. If there's one good thing about tonight, if there's one, Pooh, you see the entire fucking fan base. He knows I ain't lying. Everybody says that shit now. And his ass used to do it in the comments way back in 2020. That's some true shit. Ian, you're not. It is. That is. But am I wrong, bro? You have a super chat, Ian. Now, I'm sorry if you've commented before, but we have someone who I've never seen comment before with a super chat saying cheeks and no Pauls. That is what you call transformative. That's not a good word. That's what you call transforming a fan base. Thank you, Ian, for the for the super chat. Probably one of the best super chats of the night right there. Dane Bergeron, my buddy. What's up, man? Said the offense did not cost LSU the game. The defense is a shit show, soft as Charmin tissue paper. Worst DB play at LSU in decades. Coaches need to stop coddling these guys and light a fire under them. I agree. I 1,000% agree. It's like, what did your boy say in Major Pain? What did your boy say in Major Pain? If you pop the titty out of his mouth and stop babying him. Take your titty out of his mouth and stop babying him. I know we live in a society where, but man, I don't know what the fuck you do. I barring, this is what LSU, so here's what has to happen. Okay, here's what has to happen. What has to happen is you legitimately got to change something the fuck up. If you remotely know football, you know one thing. Those motherfuckers have not changed anything defensively, schematically, all year. Not one fucking thing. Perk is still coming off the edge blitz. All these different fucking things. You're putting him on the edge. Great. But the one time that you did and you went in an amoeba package, or what I used to call it, amoeba, okay, which we talked about, guys, for 15 fucking minutes on Thursday, that they got to do this. This type of defense kills Lane Kiffin. Nobody fucking listened. We wrote it all down on the goddamn paper all fucking Thursday, and you don't fucking do it. There are things on film that if you remotely fucking look at, right? I am not a smart motherfucker. But what I do know is there's a specific defense that has been giving Lane issues. When you go on the line of scrimmage, look like you're playing press, especially on critical second and third downs. And what the fuck? We run it tonight. Yates gets a bat down. You gotta be creative. Well, Blake, we can't get creative if they don't know where to line up. You're giving up 55 fucking points right now. What the fuck does it matter? At least you're attempting to get better. You're still giving up 55 fucking points and 711 yards. J.E. says, I love to be optimistic, but the buried store. Okay. I thought this was a new one. No, we talked about this. James Crowder with $9.99 super chat says, is it just me, or when you watch every game, the D-line is off the ball a yard or two? I played on college weak stance. Off the ball to me means worrying about coaches and scheme. Probably. Black Mamba. with a $9.99 super chat says, have we ever given up 700 plus yards in a game? I'm sure. I'm sure Bo Pelini's given up 700 yards before. I'm sure we have. Maybe even in that A&M game. Who knows? Worst I've seen the defense play. Do we look at getting rid of Matt House? Too much talent to play that effing horrible. I mean, yeah, you got it. It's in the back of your mind, man. Like it's in the back of your mind. SG with a $1 super chat or $2 super chat says, Blake, what is Matt House's buyout? I do not know that. I mean, at max, I would say it's probably about $6 million. At max, it's about $6 million. Look, Pook, where's Jim Leonard at? Do you know where Jim Leonard is? I saw Ant say this earlier, too. Where is Jim Leonard? Is he in Illinois? I think he's an analyst at Illinois. Jim Leonard, what up? Hi, Jim. Need you to come to the South. Elk 70, our Ohio State fan in the group, says, Blake is an Ohio State fan. I feel for you, Payne. We had Stroud, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, Wilson, and Olave, and let a shitty DC ruin that year. It gets better, my friend. Let's fucking hope so. Thank you, buddy, for Elks for the super chat. He's always in Rufino and Joe show. Dane Bergeron says, can we go into the portal for defensive coaches? Fucking right you can. I'm starting a GoFundMe account to get Brandon Taylor to coach our DBs. I'll text Brandon right now and ask him if he wants to coach a DBs. He's going to say no, but I'll text him. I think I have to have an emergency podcast with him. Like, look, I don't abuse my friendship with him. He's a guy that I grew up with, but I'm about to abuse it. I need him on the show. That's going to happen this week. Josh Doyle said, and look, I can go to my YouTube channel. Dude, we talked about this. We talked about this all week that I thought that Welsh was coming in. And he played good early. It was late that he looked like he started looking bad. But, I mean, yeah. Josh Doyle says offense was awesome. Defense was terrible, but felt the momentum change after the Caleb Jackson drop. Yeah, I mean, but they still scored. Though. On that drive, they got a no-game rush from Diggs. Jayden got sacked. You punted. And then the very next drive you had offensively was, God damn it, who's the center? Charles Turner had a holding call. Pop pass to Neighbors. Jayden 5 runs for 8. Kyron Lacey got the 16-yard crossing route. Or the crossing route that he went 16 on for a first down. And then on the free play, Brian Thomas Jr. got the touchdown not overturned. So, I mean, I don't know how you can say that it changed a lot offensively when you legitimately had a 34-yard touchdown in the back of the end zone. Now, you could say, well, Blake, that wasn't a touchdown, and we did get away with one, but I still think you score there. I still think you score. I mean, the drive after that you had to wind up kicking it. Taylor goes for 18. Jayden runs for 4. Diggs gets no game. Timeout. JD rolls out and a sack. So, I mean, that's the game, pretty much. I missed a couple. Rob Boudreaux with 199 Super Chat says, we need someone to ask him about taking over defense. I'll ask him about someone's going to ask Brian. Look, I know that you're going to kill me on this tape. I know you'll kill me on it. Brian Kelly has extensive background defensively. You hire a guy like him that can be more hands-on. He's got to be more hands-on. Got to be. Like, for your season. Now, I know you're not going to want to hear this. You don't believe it. It's fine. I said in July that I feel like this could be a season where the team that has 2 losses finally got into the playoffs. Do I still somewhat believe that? Yes. But I'm not even worried about that. Like I can't even see past next week against Missouri because, guys, good luck stopping Luther Burden. And by the way, if we want to talk about from an Ole Miss perspective, now I think Ole Miss has Georgia next week, and the way Georgia looked against Auburn, guys, I'm not 1,000% sure. I am not 1,000% sure that the way that Georgia looked against Auburn next week, now I still think Georgia's going to beat Ole Miss. Now, and I don't know if they have them or not. Ole Miss can win that game, man. They have a shot. They're not out of it either. You saw I'm going to save that. I'm about to come back to that. I'll come back to that. But bottom fucking line. I'm just so fucking disappointed. There's 706 people in this chat. Fubo, no, that's not Fubo. The other thing that we stream to for Believe, it's got 19 people in it. Pooh, put your comment back up. Put your comment back up. Durante Jones, Blake Baker, and Andre Carter. Fuck. The problem is, man, defensively, you were okay last year. Like, you weren't bad. Guys, we were 26 in the country in pass defense. I'm saying we were 26 in the country last year in pass defense. Fuck. Dude, I'm just fucking pissed. Poe, are you pissed? Because I'm fucking pissed. I mean, can we just, because Pooh's shaking his head. Y'all can't see him. Bro, like, can we, I'm just going to say this. Let me write this fucking time down. 50 minutes. Let me just say this, man. I am mad. I am pissed off. There's a couple things. Number one, I'm not giving up on Brian Kelly. Like, I mean, as mad as I am right now, you got to figure out something defensively. Like there comes a part of Jane Daniels can only do so much. I get we want to talk about some of the drives at the end of the game. That's cute. If you want to have, if you want to have the take that offense couldn't finish it, oh, okay, I'll even somewhat entertain that to some extent. But my God, guys, look at this stat line. You had 637 yards. Jane Daniels had 500 plus yards on the night. 500. Jane Daniels himself had 35 points. God, what I would give for last year's defense to be here. Because you'd be a playoff team. +40 points a game. 40+ points a game. And you can't make a fucking stop. Right? Like 42+ fucking points a night. after tonight, I'm sure you're probably at 43 to 44 points a fucking game. You can't make a fucking stop. $35 fucking points. It might, I mean, in truth, the guys you have committed, I don't think are decommitting. But the problem is that you have a fucking team offensively that can beat anybody. I got a couple of these I need to roll through. Super chats. Cole Harville, what's up, buddy? 199 super chat says, I agree BK has to step in and even Steeple's gone. As much as I like Steeples, man, I can't. I mean, it's getting worse every week. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. Chris Williams with a 499 super chat says, the trial and error for defense is over. We have to find a winning formula. Yeah, and that might be, Chris, like the winning formula has got to change in reference to, like, you're going to have to take the air out of the ball a little bit, right? Like, I know it's not fun. I know it's not cute. But here's the truth. Remember a year ago when people got mad at Jaden for running the ball so much? Now, you got mad at him for running the ball because you wanted him to throw the ball down the field. Stay with me. But when you do that and you're gaining yards on the ground and keeping the defense off the field when he's running on third down, that is a winning formula. It's difficult because when you have a quarterback that throws for 414 yards and 4 scores, it's very difficult for me to say for the offense, like, if you're Brian Kelly, hey, man, can you stop scoring so quickly? Now, I would love – let me do this. Pooh, there's a play-by-play on here. Can you go play-by-play? I just want to see the time of possessions, how quickly LSU scored. Let's go down this. So I just want to see times. All right, punt. All right, they had the ball. There was a fumble, Jaden, 2:59. Okay, you're down 14-0. So this is when they started it off. Touchdown in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. God damn. 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Touchdown, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. God damn. God. Touchdown, what was that, 44, Pooh? Is that 44 seconds? Touchdown. This is fucking ridiculous. Here we go. Touchdown in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Touchdown in 4 minutes. So basically almost 5 minutes. Punt. Touchdown in 1 minute and 53. God damn. Yeah, you might need to take a little of the air out of the ball, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like the problem is Jane in this offense is fucking rolling, dude. God damn. Whoo! But is it a winning formula? That's the question. All right, Cody McGee with a $999 super chat says, this is a Bo Pelini defensive scheme. This is soft. Does not work. I'll give Bo the benefit of the doubt because it didn't change under Orgeron the next year until he got fired. Illegal substitutions, penalties. Well, we weren't penalized a lot tonight. There at the end we were, but not – I mean, it took almost 45 minutes before you got your first penalty, but it was offensively that was 45 was Dellinger's false start. Says, did not help how you didn't know there's supposed to be 11 man on the field. Yeah, I mean, but they scored. You know what I mean, Cody? Like, they scored, though. They had 12 men on the field when Judkins ran in the touchdown, and they still scored. Like, you had one more player than you're supposed to, and you didn't score. And they did score. Excuse me. You didn't stop them. So, wouldn't have mattered. It didn't matter. Right? Like, it didn't fucking matter. Thank you, buddy, always for the super chats. Blaise LeBlanc says, what's our record at the season's end, Blake? And does Matt House have a job at LSU at the end of the season? I hope he doesn't. Yeah, I hope he doesn't. You know why I'm so pissed, too? This completely kills our week streams. Like, during the week stream. Kills it. You still have the ability to go 9-3, man. You have tough games. You got a tough game next week against Missouri. Good luck. They're 5-0. You have Florida, who they look like ass today, but they can run the ball. And if you let them run, look, guys, you can't fucking stop anybody. Like if Florida if they get the offense rolling on the ground, you're fucked. Like you're fucked. Army win, Auburn win. I think you win that one. Guys, I still think that you can lose to A&M and Bama. I still think you can lose to A&M and Bama. Brian Kelly's got to get fucking involved defensively. Like there's not a question. All right, L with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you. And WN Wrestling 1 with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. If you guys have questions, let me know. James Wade says that LSU third down rollout play call was horrible. Why is that all that we're remembering? You know what I mean? Like, I'm with you, but it seems like that's all we're remembering. I'm with you. Hel Mendoza says Deion Sanders licking his chops, seeing us waste. He's skill player. Thank you for the super chat. Deion gave up 49 today, too. I'm with you, but come on. Penn Jones says House's pay is $1.9 million this year and $2 million next year before incentives. So $4 million buyout. I was being generous with the 6. Fucking buy him out. Ross says multiple times our DBs don't turn their head when the ball is thrown is crazy as well. I agree with that. It's like man, that again, those are fundamental small high school things. Guys, those are basic, right? Like those are basic. The problem was too, here's the problem. Because one-on-one DB-wise, you made a lot of plays. That wasn't the problem. The zone coverage was the problem you were getting eaten alive in. Think about the one-on-one plays. The stamps. The only real bad one was Harris Denver Harris, who didn't make the tackle, told you, by the way. And all fucking preseason, we told you this fucking DB room wasn't good. And I got bitched out by fucking other people on this beat. Oh, boy, put in Denver Harris. You're a fucking idiot. Well, he missed a fucking tackle that lost you the game, too. I don't know. Pooh, I might be in this bitch for 2 hours. I'm so pissed off. Pooh's the coach. He says, my 7U team lost today due to missed tackles. Dylan, his son, was watching the game tonight yelling, make the tackle. It's basic fundamental shit that, quite honestly, I hope that this coaching staff, like, look, you're ranked 10th. Like, I get that in recruiting. But like defensively, you got to get better on the defensive line. I'm with you. But, man, it's a different age. And, guys, there's going to be – so listen to me. Because this might be the only time you hear me. Listen to me. Here's the truth. Because nobody's going to pull the fucking Band-Aid off. when there comes players in the portal, Fentrell Cypress, Braden Fisk, two guys are ironically on Florida State's team. So many other players, when they hit the portal, truth be told, Booster's got to step it the fuck up too. Booster's got to pay. Now, I know that there's some things going on there. Big money is being spent and offered. But the bottom line is some of the things that you're spending money on, you shouldn't. I promise you. And I know some of you think I'm crazy. I've been in those meetings. And some of those meetings, LSU is matched. You're not going to believe it, and it's okay. LSU is matched in some of those things. Hey, we need, it's how the fucking cow eats the cabbage. Now, Brian Kelly teams historically don't fucking play this bad one week and it translates to the next week. But, I mean, man, we've had out of last year, even last year, last year, okay, you played pretty well, but the two corners you had were fucking seniors out of the portal. And until you can get the high school shit rolling, like Kai Bates and Andre Evans are really fucking good. They're going to be good. Juwan Johnson, you got top 100 players at corner that are coming in. You don't have one right now. You can say Denver Harris, but I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know where the fuck I left off. I know I read Penn's. I don't know if I read Ross's. Okay, I did. Chris Williams. Guys, keep sending in the super chats. I don't know what Pooh Bear's doing, but I'll be in this bitch for 2 hours. It's that kind of night. And we don't do those. I don't go 2 hours, but I'm fucking pissed. Chris Williams says, man, it seems like our defense has tons of talent, but schemed wrong. I agree with that to some extent. Plus, where has K. Jackson gone? He's MIA since Mississippi State. Colin Jackson hadn't played all year. Or if you're talking about Caleb Jackson, Caleb Jackson played last week. Saw him. So me and Pooh Bear have a hidden chat room that y'all can't see, but this should be a fucking comment. I did too. That's why I'm going to go for 2 hours. Ross says Ole Miss faking injuries. I said fucking. Ole Miss faking injuries. Ole Miss fans throwing shit on the field. To be honest, fuck Ole Miss. I agree. And their fan base. Yeah, and I got to fucking be here for Christmas for that shit. We do Look, man. Fuck it. I'll say it. Me and my wife, we do pretty good. Have a beautiful home. She is the fucking queen leader in this bitch. She designed all this shit. Wait till you see parts of the studio in this motherfucker, whatever. I got Ole Miss fans that'll be here for fucking Christmas. It fucking sucks. I fucking hate every minute of it. And they know it. Fucking hate every minute of it. Last Christmas, I posted this on our social medias. One of my cousins is a massive, he's an Alabama grad, does really well for FedEx, like high fucking up at FedEx. By the way, why the fuck is my cousin not sponsoring the show? Get FedEx to do it. You got the fucking power. And we beat Alabama last year. I put him all on social media because we kicked that ass. I'm with you, man. I'm just as much a fan as y'all's ass. Cole Harville, 499 says, for FYI, excuse me, everybody. When LSU plays, bet the over. I took the over. I put 200 on it. I told y'all Thursday, take the over. We're not stopping anybody. I went 4-1 on my best bets from Thursday. 4-1. Fucking atrocious. Fucking atrocious. Let me bring this up. Pooh, can we go to player stats for a minute? I don't know if they'll have defense up. Can we go to player stats and just go down LSU's for a minute? All right. Look at this shit. Dude, you know it's a bad fucking night when both safeties lead your team in tackles. Andre Sam, 14. Major Burns, 11. Greg Penn, 10. Harold Perkins, 9. You know what I'm noticing here? Pooh, do we have a fucking sack? I don't think we do. Guys, 94 tackles, 0 fucking sacks. Mason Smith had 2. Mekhi Wingo had 3 tackles, 9 fucking sacks. We didn't get another one. So you have 2 prolific games this year where your defense got 0 fucking pressure. You didn't bring down Jackson Dart. That's the game. 6 tackles. You know what that tells me, Pooh? You got him down pretty good, pause, but you got him down good on running plays. But the problem is that you on 3rd and 10, I would love to know. I will pay somebody to fucking chart this. I would love to fucking know how many times on 3rd and 7 plus. Like I'm looking at the first drive. 3rd and 7. Jackson Dart runs for 8. Fourth and goal from the 7. God damn it. The one that Ovia Gofu missed, the first fucking drive. Fourth and fucking goal from the goddamn 7. 4th and goal from the goddamn 7. Touchdown. All right, I'm looking for the 3rd downs. Fourth drive. You got no gain. No. Judkins for 3. No gain. 3rd and 7. Dart goes for 8. Dart runs for 8. Next play. Watkins, Ole Miss, 63-yard touchdown. 5th defensive possession. Judkins goes for 3 yards and no gain. So 3rd and 7. So we got 3 so far. Pooh, I'm going to mark this down. All right, so we have 3 3rd and 7 so far. 3rd and 7's plus. So that's 1, 2, 3. Pass to Wade, 12 yards, first down. Harris gets a pass breakup, gain of 5. Harris goes for 6, 3rd down, and 3rd down. So 3rd and 5 on 3rd down. So, okay, that's the 5, but it's still 3rd down. Harris goes for 6 and a first down. 3rd and 12. So they got a tackle for loss. 3rd and 12. Crossing routes scored. Wade. Guys, we're in the 4th fucking possession, and they've had 4 fucking 3rd and 7 pluses and couldn't get off the fucking field. God damn it. Fifth possession, you didn't have one. Eighth possession, you had 2. 7. And they got, well, so you won't have another one. You got to get off the fucking field, man. You got to get off the fucking field. Hell Mendoza, $2 super chat says our defensive play calling is allergic to blitz calls. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I agree with that shit whole fucking heartedly. Whole fucking heartedly. Everybody hit the like and share. Whole fucking heartedly. Let's see what Brian Kelly had to fucking say. If he had to say any fucking thing. I hadn't been this pissed in a long fucking time. Look at Xavier Atkins. In college football, it's mandatory to have linebackers with speed. Speed kills every time, no matter what. Sideline to sideline will always win. Well, fuck. Thank God you shut it the fuck down. Thank God you shut it the fuck down. Brian Kelly said we need to be pissed off about what happened and have some resolve about our circumstance. Fuck that. This isn't a postgame show. Yeah, we are fucking pissed off. That's not a standard of play that's acceptable. No, it fucking isn't. I accept them to respond in the right way. You better. They've got a lot of pride. The fuck they don't. Brian Kelly says, if you like a lot of points, I guess this is a game for you. I didn't like it particularly. It's not the way I like to play football. Well, no fucking shit. No fucking shit. No fucking shit. Well, then why did you play it? Then why the fuck did you play it? I don't know. I don't know. What happened? Can I read this? To some extent, I'll clean it up. Pooh Bear says, he's got to get on the coaches. He's wasting talent. I fucking agree with that. Like, this isn't a lot of this shit's not on the fucking players. I agree with Pooh. You got fucking talent. Like, you got fucking talent. But fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm with you. I'm with Pooh. I mean, he's fucking right. Because you get to a place where like, it's like, but you know, Pooh, to some extent too, like, we said this on Thursday. So let me go back to my points on Thursday. Let me read this shit. This is number 2 or number 3. Front 7 has to be big. Ole Miss is struggling on the O-line. I'm questioning the D-line, man. Like, I know DBs are bad, but, like, bro, you can't let somebody run the fuck all over you like that. You can't. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You need $750,000 and go spend it on D-line. It's where the game's won. Get somebody to give you $1 million. Go spend it. Go spend it. Might not be the guy that you want. Might not be the ultimate 5-star, but a guy that can play. Go spend it. Go spend it. And I'm usually the guy in recruiting that doesn't say shit like that. But let's call a fucking spade a spade. Let's call a fucking spade a spade. If you do not spend more money up front on that D-line, you're going to get beat. You're going to get beat. I know the secondary has its question marks. I'm with you. I know a lot of you are going to comment that the D-line, the secondary has played like shit. I'm with you. But, guys, you gave up 300 fucking yards on the ground tonight. What was it, Pooh? 3. God damn it. Guys, we gave up 317 fucking yards on the ground. I got to be real with you. I would rather give up 389 yards in the air and 100 yards on the ground. What the fuck ever. That's on your front seven, dog. That's on your front fucking seven. You can't give up 317. God, what the fuck is Quinshon Judkins? 177. Let me do it in the fucking calculator. I want to know this yards per fucking rush. 177 yards divided by 33. 5.36 per yards. Then the next guy, Bentley, 9 carries, 90 yards. What the absolute flying fuck is that? Between two running backs, you gave up 267 fucking yards on the ground. 267 yards on the motherfucking ground. You'll get beat like that every time. I don't think. Here's the truth. We've had some years where the DBs have been suspect at times. And if you really want to, if you know deep down that that's true, front seven. Guys, when's the last time we gave up 300 yards on the fucking ground? You want to, we've given up 400-yard passers a couple of times. Shit, I remember in 2011, fucking, who's the guy with the Seahawks? Who's the guy with the, Geno Smith went the fuck off. I'd love to know what Tua had in 19. What the fuck did Tua have in 19? Is that me or you? All right. I'd love to fuck to know what Tua had. LSU versus Bama 2019. Fucking Tua had 418 yards. Look at this fucking game. Guys, think about this for an example. This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. I know some of you might not be able to see it. Let me see if I can. Look at this shit. So in 19, like, for example, when you beat Bama, yeah, Tua had 418 yards through the air. You only gave up 123 yards on the ground. You know what else? You kept them to 6 of 15 on third down. You got off the field, but they went 3 of 5 on fourth down. You cannot allow fucking teams to have that many running yards on you and think you're going to fucking win. They will kick your ass every fucking time. Hell Mendoza says LSU always, in my memory, had dogs on the D-line at least if everything else was questionable. Crazy that we're having this combo now. You don't have them right now. Look at this. Cody, 499 Super Chat, says Notre Dame just pulled it off 21-14 and Duke's starting quarterback possibly broke his ankle. Well, you know what? At least they fucking won. They won in back-to-back weeks where their defense gave up 17 and 14. If you had that fucking defense here, maybe you could fucking stop something. Thank you to the both of you for sending the super chats. God, man, this game fucking pisses me off like no other. Pisses me off like no other. Did South Carolina pull it off? Let's go around week 4. Pooh, can you go to your thing and just go to the SEC? Did South Carolina just pull it off too? Cole Harville says, how many rushing yards did Plumlee? That's a good one. That's a good one. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't they had fucking 300. That's probably good. That's probably good comp. Probably good comp. Ole Miss too. They had over 300. It's the last time. All right, Alabama's beating the shit out of Mississippi State. Georgia won 27-20. Tennessee kicked the shit out of South Carolina 41-20. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. Yeah, that Florida-Kentucky game. My goodness. 38-21. Your opponent next week, Missouri over Vandy. A&M 34-22 over Arkansas. And then our game tonight. Yeah, fuck. I'm about to find that for Cole Harville. We only gave up 37 points in that motherfucker, though. Let me see. Let me find this. This might be the last time we gave it up. Team stats: 402 yards on the ground. But you know what? You know what's funny as fuck? Look at third down efficiency. Look at third down efficiency. I know everybody fucking hates when I come in here every week and talk about third down efficiency. Look at that shit. They were 2 for 11 on third downs. On third down. 2 for 11 on third down. It gets you fucking beat every fucking week. If you cannot get off of the fucking field, you're going to lose. You're going to fucking lose. And you can't. Third down is our worst fucking down. All right. Should we take some fucking phone calls? I don't want to regret this shit. But I made a promise, and a promise is a promise. Hold on. All right. Let me fucking do this. We'll take phone calls for about 30 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. All right. You can call into the show 225-435-9387. I'll put it in the God damn it. 9387. All right, it's in the comments. 225-435-9387. Want to talk about the game? Come call us. I don't know who this is, but it says, Blake, you mentioned on your show that there were 6 drops. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Pooh, can y'all hear that? All right, you're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. I don't know. Some of that, by the way, who do we have the pleasure of talking to? First off, Hunter, thank you for calling. Secondly, I have no fucking clue. Right? Like I have no fucking clue because some of that is will, right? Like some of that is can't hear anything. Okay, hold on 1 second, Hunter. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. Basically, Hunter just said he was mad at the tackles. And
that Denver Harris one at the end of the game, especially.
All right, the Denver Harris one. Can y'all hear him now, Pooh? Okay. Some of that's fucking will though, Hunter, to be real with you. What else did you think?
Sure, I thought Jaden Daniels is probably the second best quarterback we've ever had. To be honest, it's just retarded how good he is. Like you put up 49 points, you're supposed to win that game easily. Oh my god, my nerves are just shot right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, and thank you, Hunter, for the call. I appreciate it, bud.
Yeah.
So look, I mean, you had 94 of the motherfuckers, but you couldn't bring anybody to the ground. Yeah, the Denver Harris one was bad. 435 or 225-435-9387. 225-435-9387. It was fucking bad. It's fucking horrendous. So, yeah, what tackles? There weren't any. All right, you're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
D-Block.
What's up, D-Block? Okay, can you turn the show down in the background?
Yes, sir. It's already done. What I want to say is, do you feel like Matt House should go? Because I'm very upset.
Say that again.
Do you feel like Matt House should get the fuck out? He needs to get the fuck out.
It's tough. I mean, as a fan, do I want to see things change? Yes. As a I don't know. Thank you so much for the call, D-Block, because I can hear us in the background. Yeah. It's making an echo. Yeah. Do I think things need to change with House? Yes, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna need to think on that. All right, you're on the phone. AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do you have the pleasure of talking to?
Things need to change with House? Yes.
Can you turn down in the background? Turn down the show.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
All right, who do you have the pleasure of talking to?
Cole.
What's up, Cole?
From Central Louisiana.
What's up, Cole from Central?
So, man, look, I got a couple things to say. How do you expect to win a ball game when you recruit from Syracuse, Southeastern, Marshall, and Oregon State? That's all. I need you to tell me something good here.
I mean, in the defense, you did have a corner from ULL last year, right? But that's about all I got. I don't know. I don't know. But here's a better question. What about giving up 317 yards on the ground? What about that? I mean,
yeah.
So like,
defensive line got manhandled.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Defensive line got – look, Ole Miss did whatever they wanted to do whenever they wanted to do it tonight. Just embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. I mean, look, you did run out two corners to start the game from Louisiana, Stamps and Welsh, and it didn't change anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm with you. When you recruit from those places, you can't do that. But my question becomes, like, you gave up 14 points and none of those dudes were on the field. You know what I mean? Like, none of them were on the field. So I don't know. Because if you remember to start the game, Welsh and Stamps started.
Yeah.
So What else did you think?
Robert Steeples couldn't coach his way out of a wet paper bag. I mean, he couldn't get a head coaching job at Rudy Poo Tech.
You gonna throw a Rudy Poo Tech on me?
Yeah, that's your line, pal. I'm pulling that one from you.
Thank you for the call, bud.
Thank you.
All right. He throws a Rudy Poo Tech my way. Yeah. I can't believe more people aren't pissed about how many yards you gave up. All right, you're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
Hey, Blake, it's Blaze.
Blaze from Mount Belleville.
No, I'm in Magnolia, Texas.
All right. What'd you think of the game, Blaze?
Oh, it was horrible. But I wanted to ask you, if Dave Aranda gets the boot at Baylor, would you take him back over Matt House?
Is Dave Aranda going to come in and recruit?
I mean, he's got some guys at Baylor.
Would I take Dave back? Yes. But the problem is that he doesn't recruit either. That's the part that hurts you.
You don't think even under Brian Kelly?
Fuck no. Under
no?
Saban, yes. Under Brian Kelly, no. I don't think he would.
Well, then if Matt House leaves, who would we get?
I mean, the first person I'd call is Jim Leonard.
What about Elko?
Elko's not – you can't get Elko from Duke. I mean, he's a head coach. I mean, he's not going to get fired next year either, you know?
No, he won't. He
So,
won't. Not
no, not Elko. I mean, the one that would probably get fired the quickest would be Clark Lee, but he's not getting fired either. If you're going to go down the route of past defensive coordinators.
So you're saying we're stuck?
No, I mean, you can fucking fire him, but when you fire him, it's just not going to be a guy that you were probably thinking of. You know what I mean? Like, did you think when Brian Kelly came into LSU that Matt House, did we even really know who Matt House was?
No, absolutely not.
Right. So, I mean, you have no idea. All right. Thank you for the call, bud.
Thank you.
All right. You're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
Hi, this is Nolan Strange, currently in Illinois.
What's up, Nolan Strange from Illinois? Do you know Do you know a Dr. Strange?
No. No, I'm just
What's
staking
up, Nolan?
up here. I'm originally from Louisiana. No, I'm just calling because defense pissed us off so much this afternoon, man. It had me walking the floor the whole night. But no, what are your thoughts on us maybe throwing money at Will Muschamp to leave Georgia to come be our DC full time?
Do it. But here's the question. I do think Will Muschamp will recruit, but the question becomes, number one, does he leave Georgia with a son as a walk-on there? Why would he leave the current situation that he's in?
That's true. Unless it led to a path of head coach. Because, Kirby's not moving anywhere anytime soon.
Well, let me ask this. I mean, number one, can he restore his head coaching prowess? And number two, wouldn't Georgia be the team that would ultimately get him over that hump before LSU?
That's a true statement there. Good point. We got to do something there, and then also I think we need to start Wes Weeks from now on instead of Spates on the linebacking side. I
thought Spates played well. I mean, I thought Spates played well enough. I mean,
I think Wes Weeks had more athletic ability and got to the running back faster. Because you saw us actually start making tackles in the backfield once Weeks came in the game.
I'll agree with that, but there are times though too that Weeks got run right at. I mean, he's still a freshman. I mean, how many times did we call his name in the second half? I mean, like late into that game when you needed to stop, did you call his name?
No, I think maybe one or two times he was in on the plays. But that was about it. Yeah, he's undersized, but yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much, brother, for the call.
All right, thanks.
I don't mind that take in reference to you got to get him. You got to start Weeks because I mean Spates is hurt, right? Like Spates is hurt. All right, you're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to tonight?
We got Jeezy.
Like Akon and LGZ?
Yeah.
What the fuck you want?
Dude, where we go from here, bro?
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how intoxicated or inebriated are you?
I'm enough.
Okay, so for everybody that doesn't know, LGZ is a buddy of mine in the show. So what did you think of the game? Akon and L.
I'm not gonna have a fucking voice in the morning. I can tell you that much.
So what did you think of the game? What did you think? Tell me, what did you think?
Well, if my wife would have wanted to take a shot for every missed tackle, I'd be even more inebriated at this moment.
Yeah, we missed a lot, Akon and LGZ. We missed a lot.
What happened with the 5-star Denver Harris? I thought he was, solid.
Don't step your ass and don't make me step in a trap I can't get out of. I mean, look, nobody name one person on the defense tonight, LGZ, that had a good game. Name one.
Whit Weeks. That's about it.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's about it.
I mean, LaTerrence Welsh had a couple early breakups. I mean, the younger guys did have some good plays, but my question,
I'm glad they're getting experience, but they just, couldn't do enough to win.
Here's my thing. You know what pisses me the fuck off? Can I tell you what pisses me the fuck off?
Tell me.
Is we were can you go to the LSU game, Pooh, really quickly? Just give me the third down. We were fucking on third down defensively. We were 9 of 16, and then on fourth down, they were 2 for 3. So basically, they went 11 of 19 on conversion downs. That pisses me the fuck off. Can you say that again, please? I can't deal with you right now. Thank you so much, LGZ, for the phone call. Thank you. All right. My buddy Akon LGZ. 225-435-9387. You're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
This is Josh from Virginia.
What's up, Josh from Virginia?
Hey, man, I just wanted to say, obviously the defense didn't play very well tonight. Just the little things, man, like Denver Harris getting pulled off of the field by his coaches. You can see a very small.
He came back in the next play. He was in the next play.
I know, but it was because he was like talking trash, just getting undisciplined. Small things like that Coach Kelly's talking about all the time, and he's such a good talent.
Yeah, I mean, I wish more people. Can I be honest with you? Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I kind of wish more people would act like that a little.
No, see, I get the dog. I get the dog.
You know what I mean? Like,
but your defense, your defense is already playing bad. How are you going to talk trash when you're playing bad? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a good point because I got pissed off. Like, bro, you've given up 35 points. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking?
Yes, 100%. That, and I got a real big question moving forward for you.
All right, hit me.
It's gonna be hard to say, and actually it's gonna be two questions. One, do you think that LSU has a reasonable chance to win out the rest of the season?
No.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move forward with this. do you think it is in the program's best interest moving forward? And I'm going to preface with saying that JD5 is an absolute dog. He is elite. He is a talent. He is great.
I know what you're about to ask. The question's no.
Yeah. How is it not best for that program?
To go to Garrett?
Yeah, but I'm just saying for the program, going ahead and preparing
500
for
yards.
2024.
What the fuck are we talking? Like what?
But what are we playing for? What are we playing for?
I
If
mean,
we have no
technically,
chance,
you could still win the West.
You just said it.
Technically,
you just said it that we have no
can
chance.
we win the West? Yes or no?
I don't know. I have no idea. After tonight's performance, I have no idea.
No, can you technically still win the West? Yes or no?
Small chance.
Can you technically win the West? Can you go completely undefeated and win the West? Meaning, are you still?
But what does that mean? What does that mean?
No. You're
saying
saying
the grand scheme.
Did you just call to say take out Jaden after he had 500 yards and 5 touchdowns?
No, sir. I said the defense horrible. Jaden
but
is
what the
a
fuck
dog.
would you take him out for though?
He is elite.
But
because we are going to go ahead and prepare for 2024 because we have nothing to go for. We're not going to go to the playoffs. We're not going to go to the national championship.
But let me ask you this question. So Jaden Daniels he had 12. He had 1,600 passing yards in 5 games. Correct?
He's a dog.
Why the fuck would you do that to him?
No. See, that's what you're saying for him, not for LSU.
No, I wouldn't take him out.
It's a hard.
I would not take out the second best quarterback in LSU's history. No fucking way.
I agree for you to say that.
For Garrett,
he is so damn good.
For what the fuck? Who called? What's your name is?
Josh.
Josh from where?
Virginia.
How much do you go to Washington D.C.?
I'm an LSU alum. I'm going to watch it every day.
How often do you go to D.C.?
Never.
You aligned. Thank you, Josh, for the phone call. Thank you, Josh, for the phone call. All right, you're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS.
Hey,
hold on. Hush.
Blake.
Hold on. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to tonight?
Blake, this is Dane. I'm over here.
Oh,
it's Dane Bergeron. I'm over here somewhere.
Did I just tell Dane to hush?
Yeah, you told me to hush.
Hey, Dane, you got any you got any deer on the cameras?
Any deal on the camera? Yeah.
You gonna let me? Can I come kill one?
Sure. Because I want to kill something.
Dane, I'm
right
serious.
Now.
I'm serious now.
Yeah.
Okay. Dane, what'd you think of Dane, please don't let me down. I'm serious. I want to kill a deer.
Yes.
All right.
I got deer, man. I'm telling you, I got 900 acres out here.
Dane, don't let me down. Dane, don't let me down. Dane, don't.
I'm not letting you down, man. Come on, have I ever let you down?
Dane, I'm calling you in the morning. All right, what'd you think of the game? What'd you think of the game?
I thought it sucked.
I want deer meat.
Okay. I thought it sucked. Damn, you know, we couldn't cover a bed with a blanket. I ain't never seen the damn defensive backs play that damn bad in all the years I've been watching. That's damn, you know, Bantam League type shit where you break down, you wrap up, you contain. Come on, Curtis Taylor taught you that shit a long time ago.
Hey, how you gonna go that far back with a Kurt Taylor?
Well, I'm telling. Am I wrong?
No.
Hey, I'm gonna hold you to it. We got to start a campaign. I want BTAT coaching our defensive back.
Who?
Brandon Taylor, your main man. I want him coaching our defensive back. Somebody else can run this construction company.
I don't disagree. But
that man needs to be coaching.
But let me throw this your way, Dane. Let me throw this your way.
Yes.
Does it stop 317 yards on the ground? You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Dane, you've been with me long enough. You've watched the show long enough. Dane, my heart's fucking broken. You gave up that many fucking yards.
I
What did
I'm telling you.
You watch every show. What the fuck did I say
Yep.
Thursday?
You were spot on. If you check the chats, I was agreeing with you when you were saying that.
Dang, that breaks my fucking heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we gave you 4 or 6 keys to victory. You didn't do any of them.
Nope.
Dane, I want some deer. Dane, I want some deer meat.
All right, I'll get you some deer meat. Telling you, I'll get you some deer meat.
Hey, listen, I'll provide the liquor if you give me a deer.
You got it, man.
Thank you, Dane.
I'll see you next show, buddy.
Thank you, Dane, for the phone call. You know I love it. All right. You're on the phone with AYS. This is AYS Postgame Show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
Hey, Blake, this is Tina. I think the ladies need to chime in.
All right, Tina, what'd you think of the game?
Love Jaden's play. Defense sucks. And so does this last guy that was just on the phone.
Wow, what'd he say about Jaden?
Yes, that's crazy.
Tina, I agree. So, Tina, I get what he's saying in reference to Garrett getting reps so you prepare for next year, but Jaden Daniels had 500 yards and 5 touchdowns tonight.
You don't punish the boy just because the defense wasn't playing.
I agree, Tina. I agree.
The guy's an idiot.
He's an idiot?
That's right. I said it.
Tina, you sound like you from the 337.
I am, darling.
Where you from, Tina?
South Louisiana, baby.
Where are you from, Tina?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why? You called into the show. Why can't I ask where you from? I know where you from.
I said,
I know where you from. I know where you from.
Where am I? Where I'm from?
Ville Platte.
No. No way in
Karen
hell.
Crow.
Damn straight.
Hey, did I call that shit or did I call that shit?
You call that shit, because I'm going to tell you, if women were out there on that defense, we would have done a better job of getting them going.
Yeah, women got a way of making men get going now.
That's right.
Tina, what else you think? What else you think of the game?
Don't like the fans from Ole Miss.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah.
What else you think?
I think the D-line needs some help.
What we gonna do there, Tina?
I don't know.
Tina
We got to get us a good coach. We need some good coaches, and we need some big guys on that line.
I agree.
That don't let nobody through.
I agree. Thank you, Tina from Karen Crow. Thank you so much for the phone call.
Thank you, darling.
You're on the phone with AYS. Is this AYS show? Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
This is Landon.
Who?
Landon.
Landon, how much you been drinking?
Little bit too much.
Landon, where are you from? Where are you from? What you think of the game?
I'm from the 337.
Where in the 337? I need specific places.
Lafayette, Louisiana, bro.
Yeah, are you best friends with Dustin Portier or no?
I do know Dustin Poirier.
You're lying, take a shit. What'd you think of the game? What'd you think of the game?
Long story short, I used to date his
all right. What'd you think of the game?
Blake, let's have a serious conversation. I want a serious
conversation. I'm here for it.
The game, when you look at the big picture, right? The game was lost on the defensive side of the ball, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let's take a microscope and zoom in on the exact moment the game was lost. The exact moment the game was lost
when you walked off the bus.
Was on LSU's second to last possession when they had the ball. They had the ball. Hang on, time out. When they had the ball at the 50-yard line, and on first down they ran it for 5 yards. And on second down, I think they had an incompletion. And on third down, they decided to do a bootleg.
which I didn't hate the play call. It was to Malik Neighbors. That was their number
didn't
one
lose
option.
you the game though. Like I get what
But
you're saying. The
Blake,
play
at
call
that
didn't
point,
lose
you were averaging 6 yards a carry. When we got to 2nd and 5, I was sitting there saying, run the ball 2 times. You got 2 plays to get 5 yards. You were averaging 6 yards a carry at that time, and you went incompletion on 2nd down. So I forgot what they did on 2nd down, but on 3rd down you went incompletion, and then Brian Kelly takes the delay of game and punched the football. To me, I'm like, why would you not? You're at 3rd and 5. Why would you not sit there and say,
Diggs
we're averaging 6 yards a
because-
carry, let's run the ball 2 times in a row?
Because Diggs' last 3 carries, he had actually 2 yards.
But to me, that's a coaching point. Like, we've been running the football down their throats all night. Game on the line.
I agree. That's a good
we got
point.
2 plays to get
But
5 yards.
It's a good
2 plays
point.
to get 5 yards.
Hold on. It's a good point, but that did not lose you the game. To your point, though.
No, I agree. I'm not saying that the reason you lost the game was the defense giving up 53 points.
But what you're
I'm
saying
just saying
is ultimately
the
like a
moment
loss,
the game
like
was
why
lost.
you lost the game ultimately. I agree. I do agree.
When you had 3rd and 5, you need 5 yards to get that 1st down with 3 minutes left on the clock. If they hand the ball off to Logan Diggs 2 plays in a row, I'd be willing to put $1 million on the line that he gets 5 yards in 2 plays.
I don't disagree with that. Okay, so I don't disagree with that, and we can talk about that. I will accept to talk about that, but then it just like I can't come out here on a post-game show and nitpick that when I'm with you. I get it, but they didn't get a touchdown or points on 1 possession.
I know, and then so they rolled Jaden out, and I didn't hate that play call because the number one option was Malik, and Malik was actually open for a second, but Jaden had pressure in his face, so he ended up having to take the sack, and that was actually the right read by Jaden.
You know what I was thinking?
Because Jaden stayed in bounds and forced Ole Miss to take a timeout, so that was actually the right read by Jaden, but then Brian Kelly decides it's like he called the team to the sideline, and they were thinking, like, do we go for it? Do we not? This and that. But, like, then he takes the delay of game. At that point, I would have rather, knowing as bad as the defense had played, I would have rather watched them go for it on 4th and 8 and miss it than just punt the ball to Ole Miss. I could be wrong, but that's how I was feeling at that moment.
No, look, you make interesting points that I can't necessarily dispute, okay? But, at some extent, okay, you had a play on 3rd down go wrong. Their defense made a stop. Yours didn't. Right? Like, so I could turn that on its head and say, okay, well, so they made a stop and you didn't.
Yeah, and Robert Griffin had said it all night. It seemed like this game was going to come down to the first defense that made a stop.
Well, there you go.
And you're right. Ole Miss made the stop that LSU couldn't make. But it just seemed like at that moment, at 4th and 8, knowing that to this point, your defense had given up 700 yards of offense, 48 points. Brian Kelly's decision to take the delay of game and punt it made 0 sense.
I'm with you. Thank you for the phone call, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it.
He's not wrong. The problem is that he's not wrong, but in the same token, like, All right, we might do 2 more. You're on the phone with Blake Ruffino. This is the AYS postgame show. Who are we talking to tonight?
Hey, Blake, it's Dakota.
Hey, Dakota.
I'm going to be real with you, Blake. I was really proud of this offense tonight, and any JD5 haters out there, look, he played his heart out tonight. He deserves a lot of credit. I know he wasn't perfect, but he played a great game tonight. The defense, on the other hand, it needs some work. That tackling is unacceptable. That does not look like the LSU standard of defense tonight.
I agree, buddy. Thank you, Dakota.
No problem, buddy.
Story of the night, man. Story of the night. 225-435-9387. We got probably one more phone call. God, I fucking hate this shit. I just fucking hate this shit. Can't give up, man. Can't give up. All right, last phone call tonight. All right, you're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to tonight?
Hey, Blake, it's George from Holden.
Hey, George from Holden.
Hey, I just wanted to say, like on that last drive they had that up tempo, and our linemen wasn't even getting their hands on the dirt, and I know conditioning stuff, but anyway, they just did that hurry up on us, and we wasn't even getting down. Our linemen wasn't even getting down.
I agree.
Just what did you think about our conditioning, or what you thought about that hurry up on us?
I mean, I thought conditioning was fine because if it's the same for the offense, it's the same for the defense, right? Meaning, you kicked ass tonight offensively. Comes a point where I don't know if it's conditioning or it's they just don't give a fuck.
But you're right. Yeah, because right there at the very end, you seen a little bit of lack of effort, it seemed like. And they was real lazy just getting up to the line and getting their hands in the dirt.
I mean, that's what Brian Kelly talks about when he references they don't get lined up right. I mean, they're not ready.
Yeah, they wasn't. That last drive.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the phone.
I appreciate the show, brother.
All right. All right, you're on the phone with AYS. This is the AYS postgame show. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
Hey, this is Fred from Karen Crow.
Hey, Karen Crow in the building tonight. What's up, man?
One question.
All right.
Going forward for the rest of the season, what team does this defense match up well against?
Florida, Auburn, Army.
What about next week?
You ain't got a motherfucker that can stop Luther Burden.
Well, and I think next week, with the way Missouri plays defense, we might have struggles on that offensive line.
Maybe. It's a good point. Thank you for the phone call.
All right.
Man, he ain't wrong. We've been 2 hours in this bitch. Shit, not them either. I feel like an emergency podcast or emergency show comes tomorrow. What the fuck do I know? Thank y'all so much for the night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.